Well, a very good afternoon, everybody, and welcome in to Crafters TV, part of the wonderful brand Crafters Companion. Now, if you are thinking, who are you? I'm going to tell you a little bit about us. My name is Brent Watson, and I am one of the presenters here at Crafters TV. Now, at Crafters TV, we bring you live education 5 days a week. However, we do run 7 days of the week because we have our amazing rerun content which shows over the weekend for you and some of the slots in between our shows through our weekdays as well. What we do here is bring you fantastic education, fantastic products and lots of inspiration, crafty tips and of course crafty chat, because we are one big community here at Crafters TV. Now, I am not joined in the studio alone as well. We have some fantastic on-air craft guests, and with me today, I have to say, if I'm allowed to say this, one of the best in the business, it is the lovely Debbie Fisher. Hello to you, Debbie.
Oh, hello and welcome everyone. Yes, Crafters TV, we are fully live and we've got a really special hour lined up because as you've seen, it is the official launch of the watercolour palette. Now, if anybody is new to crafting, maybe you're flicking through your FreeSat or your Sky and you've come across us and you're wondering what Crafters TV is all about. We are a fully interactive craft company who has amazing things, really amazing things, and my job is to show you what those amazing things do. And we have a watercolor palette which you're going to absolutely love. So for this next hour, sit fast, stay there and look at all the demos that we've got coming up, because it's going to be a really fun hour, Brent, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, and I am as well, Debbie. So as Debbie said, this is a launch day because we are bringing you a brand new product here to Crafters TV from Crafters Companion. But if you are new and you're thinking, how do I order? Well, this is how you order through this lovely QR code that we have got down here. You can scan the QR code and that will take you to the website. So if you are watching us on Sky or FreeSat, that'll take you straight there and it'll show you all of the wonderful products that we are bringing you today as well. On the graphic to the side here, we have got the order number and we have got the description as well. So Flip Watercolour Palette 2-piece collection, because that is what we are launching for you today. We've also got your usual pricing up on the screen. So that is $34.98. Today's price, which is $32.99, and that tells you the saving, which is £1.99. But then we've also got a special box just down here for you. This is platinum price. Now, I will explain this to you. So the platinum price is £26.39. Now, if you are new and you're watching us on Sky or FreeSat, when you go onto our website, you can join our wonderful club, Club Inspire. Through Club Inspire, you sign up with your email address. Every pound or dollar, because on YouTube and Facebook, where we stream to, we have a very large American audience as well. So you might see some dollars come up on the pricing as well. If you are in the UK, just ignore them. You don't need them. But yes, sign up with your email. Every pound or dollar that you spend will get you through the point system and you will go up tiers. So we've got bronze, we've got silver, we've got gold, we have platinum, platinum plus, and platinum for life as well. Each of those tier gives you different savings discounts. We do throughout the year extra bonus points and things like that. You get rewards, Club Inspire days here at Crafters TV. So it's a brilliant club to be a part of. And if you want to be in Club Platinum, you are going to get 20% saving on our products. So when you see the platinum price and we're talking about Club Platinum, that is everything to do once you sign up, once you are joined Club Inspire. So a very exciting club to be part of. Once again, scan that QR code. It'll take you to our website and you can find everything on there for you. If you are watching on YouTube and Facebook, we are interactive. So we've got the lovely Jan with us on the socials. You can send in all of your comments to us there and I will read them out throughout the show. If you are watching us on Sky or FreeSat, we do have an email which is studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Send us an email. The lovely producer Johnny will send it through to me and I will read that out for you. So yes, interactive. If you want to hear a shout out on TV, send it in and I will send it out for you. Absolutely. Right, we are here to do the new Flip Watercolour Palette. So let me show you this absolutely gorgeous new, let me just show you because it is brilliant. So this is what you are going to be getting. This is the Flip Watercolour Palette. Now, I am going to say sorry because I was using this one earlier and I've not cleaned the sponge that comes included with it. How very dare I? But this is exactly what you are going to be getting. You get 42 different colours within this palette. You also get the included water brush in there as well. And we call it the Flip because all of these flip out. So you've got all of your colours there. As I say, you've got that sponge as well. And you also get your mixing palette. So that is all included. However, you are not just getting this. You are also going to be getting a nice little booklet which has all of your watercolour images already on there. So inside this booklet, you are going to be getting, it's a 5x7 pad, you get 8 designs, 3 of each, and they are 200 GSMs in weight there. So let me just have a quick flick through for you so you can see the images inside. You've got some lovely swans with your florals. We've got a nice peacock there to be coloured in. We've also got different gates, different like garden scenes on there. A nice teapot with your teacups and your florals on there. And then we've got a nice lantern as well. The lovely Debbie will show you some of the samples there. So that is everything you are getting in this collection. Once again, I'll run you through the pricing for that. So, usual price for this in the UK, £34.98. Today's price though is £32.99, which means you've got that saving of just shy of £2. If you are in Club Platinum though, and you are part of us, it is £26.39. And then of course, if you are watching us on YouTube and Facebook and you are part of our crafting community already in America, all of your details are up on the screen for you there. So today's price is $49.99 and then your platinum price of $39.99. So I did say we are interactive, so let's have a look and see who we have got joining us for today's launch day. We have got Charlotte Bruce in with us. Good morning from Tennessee. Hello to you. We've got Jeannie Prezi in with us. Good morning all from Philadelphia. Lynn Harvey is in with us again. Hi again, the fabulous Brent, Ms. Giggles, Debbie, the amazing CTV team, Johnny and Liam, the wonderful social superstar Jan, and everyone. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Mary Beth Doyle is in with us as well. Good morning, everyone, from Minnesota. Good morning to you, Mary Beth Doyle. Crowley's Creations is in as well. The lovely Rhonda. Good morning, Brent, Debbie, team, social, crew, and all of my creative, crafty friends from Oak Park in Chicago. So again, anybody that is new in the UK watching us on Sky or Freesat, I did say we have a really big American audience. Everybody from there was from America, so definitely join in and say hello to all of them. However, it is time to see some crafting, some artistry. So I'm going to pass over to the lovely Debbie.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me just point out to you, more than anything, if you are new to crafting or new to watercolours, you don't need anything else to go with this apart from some cardstock. Cardstock is the only thing you need, but actually when you've got your coloured images to colour in, you can just use that in its own right. So you haven't got to have an expensive machine, you haven't got to have no extra pieces that you need. All you need is to grab this one, what we can see on the screen, and then you're ready to go straight away. But let me show you some of the samples from our design team. They are fabulous. So if you colour them in, these are the sorts of effects that you can make here. So you can see that blue in the background has been faux bleached. If you don't know what faux bleach means in watercolouring, I will show you, don't worry, but that looks really effective. Yeah. What about full-on colour? These are so highly pigmented, you're going to absolutely love them. But look how bright these are, bright, vibrant pigments that you're getting in here. No fillers. These are really pigmented paints which you're going to absolutely love. What about creating yourself a little booklet? Now, this booklet could be anything, but what it is, it's storing your watercolour card inside, yes. So you're ready to go. So you could take that with you. If you're someone that loves stamping, and when you run out of the booklet, I mean, you might want to grab, do we do the booklet individual at all, Johnny? So I would absolutely recommend getting an additional booklet to go with that. But if you want to, you could just use your stamps that you've got in your stash and use them again, because the one thing you're not going to want to run out of is those amazing sheets out of there. And you can see that on there. Look at that price, $9.99. It's a bargain, absolute bargain. And you are getting so many in there, 24 colouring sheets in total. So I would definitely put an extra one in your basket. Now, what about home decor? Doing home decor is something that really resonates with so many people, because when you put your artistry to something, you want to show it off. So why not show it off in a beautiful style, in a picture frame, which would look lovely. Now, one thing I do love to do, and that is make boxes, gift bags, and being able to decorate a box like this and give that to someone. They will know you've put extra special attention in that, and that will be kept forever, as long as they can keep it.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's so lovely, isn't it? I mean, you could put that on the front of a card. You could even do, because you're getting multiple pictures, Brent, you could actually do a matching bag and a matching card, couldn't you?
Yes,
so then you could keep the card, keep the gift bag, and it's just a really lovely keepsake. You can always put these onto the top of a box as well, because they're going to look amazing. Right, so I've showed you some of the samples, but I know you want to see what these paints can do.
Please.
So let's have a good look at these and see exactly what they are all about. So the first thing that you will notice is how compact it is. It's such a super handy, compact piece. I just love it. It's even got a finger hole here, so you can actually pull your brush out, which is nice and easy, so it's never going to get stuck in there. This piece here is like a spongy pad. Now what that's for is because this is a water brush. Now with a water brush, sometimes the flow of the water comes out faster, or you've pushed a little bit too hard, which is normally the case. So it's got push on the side here. I think if I just angle it, we can sort of pick that up. Let's see if we can. There we go. There we go. So it says push on the side. So you literally, I wouldn't say push, I would say gentle squeeze, and then give that little pumping action, and then your brush will be nice and wet. But if too much comes through, just dab that off onto here. That will just dry in its own right, so you haven't got to worry about it. But what that means is then when you come to painting, you're not putting too much paint, water onto your whatever you're painting onto. Now the next thing you'll notice is all the paints that slide inside, and you'll see that you've got your grid reference. This is so clever, Brent, because literally if you want a pink, I can see here I've got a pink in this pad, so I can bring that one out and bring that pink in. Now I also know that that pink is quite a rosy pink. So if you wanted to make it lighter, what we've done in this pad is we've added a white for you. So you've got the white in the top of this pad, which is so, so clever. Now I'm going to use my glass mat just to show you, but let me just take some of that white. And all I'm going to do is pop some onto my glass mat. You might have something called a splodge mat where you can put that down to. Now I can add any colour from here at all. What I am going to choose to do is to use that pink, which I know is this top one. And we're going to just, I'm just going to rinse my brush for the white. And then we're just going to take that. I'm not taking a lot, so hardly any I've took on there. And we're going to mix that, because now, and I will show you this colour afterwards, but now I've made this beautiful pink. So I'm going to just grab myself a piece of card so you can see. Look at this pink. I mean,
it matches your nails.
It does match my nails, absolutely. But we haven't got a pink that colour in our collection. But you can now make that colour and every other colour as light as you want, because you're able to do that. Now, let me take that colour itself and I will show you just how strong it is. Look.
Wow.
That's the colour, and then I added the white in it. Now that just shows you all those different colours that you can do. Now the opposite way to do it is you can add a black. So down here at the bottom one, we've now got a black. So if I want to add the black to that pink, I can then shake that colour up even more. So I'm just going to put a tiny piece of black, mix it with this colour now. Probably put a bit too much, but now I've created like a burgundy colour.
Oh, yes.
Look at this. So many different colour hues that you can make just using your black, your white and every single other of those colours in there. It's going to give you a whole paint palette. And the team here have been very clever in how they've put all these colours together. It's quite, I would say, an autumnal palette, but you can absolutely lighten everything down by mixing. Now, the other thing you can do is you can mix your two colours together. So when we think about colours that we love to use, I mean, straight away you're sort of thinking of, if you want to make a green, you can mix colours together to create that. If you want to make a different brown, you can do that. So let's do our blue and yellow. So let's start with a yellow. So I'm just going to take a little bit of water, squeeze that a little bit just to give me some structure. You can see how creamy and pigmented these are, because as soon as I pop that in, the colour is so vibrant. So I'm going to just rinse my brush to the side, and then we're going to go in with our blue. So let's take the blues from down here. I'm just going to have a tiny bit of blue, like from there, so not a lot, and then we're going to mix those together. So you can see just how vibrant that paint comes together. A totally different colour, but being able, look at this, just amazing, because the pigment in them is truly beautiful. So that's what you can do with your palette. And also, I'm mixing them on my glass mat. You do have a palette inside here as well. So the best thing about this is when you pull all these colours out, you don't have to pull them all out. Let me shut it again. So I might think, right, actually today I want some autumnal colours. I want my sort of reds and browns here, so I can just bring that one out. And then I want my sort of green colours here, dark blues and browns, let's say, and we can bring those colours out. And then I can just bring my palette out. So I can then start to use whatever colours that I want to use. So let's say you want to have this lovely autumnal beige here. I can start mixing that on here and painting directly where I want it painted. And then I can, if I want to add some colours, so let's say I want to add just a little bit of brown to that one, I can mix that in as well and create another little tone. If you want more, just take more and mix them together. So the fact that you've got a little palette that you can handle literally in one hand and paint with the other, it just makes it such a cool invention. We have never done anything like this before. We've done bigger paint palettes, we've done the ones where you can hold them but they're big and chunky. This one is just so compact that you're just going to love to take it everywhere with you. Right, now let's have a look at the actual paper pad.
Yes.
So let me just clear my workings away. Now, if you have got a glass mat out there, that's going to be brilliant for all your work as well. But if you haven't, the great thing is you've got everything you need in this little compact design. So let's take one of these pictures. I actually liked, I never see this teacup before, and you flick through it and I was like, oh, I really like the teacup. So I'm going to use that one, yeah, absolutely. Now, what's brilliant about these is this is really high quality watercolour cardstock. Now, when we talk about cardstock, we talk about the tooth of the card. So watercolour cardstock is perfect for watercolouring. So you can use other things, but I would stick to watercolours because it's going to give you the best results. And if you want to watercolour, you want the best results. That doesn't mean you can't paint onto other mediums, and we will show you that as we go through the hour. Yeah. I also want to show you how you can colour onto craft card as well, because the pigment is so strong in here, you can also do that. Right, so let's start with what we've got here. So we've got our design, and what we can also do, I'm going to show you on the teacup here, is I could just add some water. So I'm going to just squeeze, got a little bit of the brown on there, but I'm not worried, but I'm going to actually squeeze water into that section just in the middle. And I'm not going too near the outside, because what I want to do is now take a colour. So let's go with these nice oranges and reds. Yeah. So I'm going to take just a little bit of colour here, and we're going to drop it into our water, because what that's going to do is allow us to get some movement, but also I don't want to have a full coloured cup. I just want to add some of that colour. And then I'm going to use my glass mat just to push some of that colour out, because this is how pigmented they are. And then we can start to just pull that to the edges. So this, what this is doing, Brent, is giving me some variation in the colour. Yes. So that's the same colour, but because I'm being more careful with the colour, I'm just taking it to the edges and dabbing it to that edge side. So our main colour is in that centre. So it's given me a totally different look. And I really love this technique. It's what we call wet on wet. And it's just really nice because it's allowing it to expand in its own right rather than sort of paint it on. And then we can also take some of that and just dab that around on the inside as well, which will give you an even lighter variation. So we're letting really the water do all the work because that pigment is so strong, we don't need to use that much of it.
Yes.
So we're going to let that dry before we do anything more to that cup. So let's go in with a different colour and we'll do a different thing now. So what I'm going to do is go in with, let's go in with the next one down, and then I'm going to use this to come in from the sides of the teapot.
Yeah.
So we're going to do some sort of slight flicking motion. So just to come in, because this is the strongest pigment. So we're just taking this from the edges. So I'm just going to go around the edges like so, but just flick that in like so. And you're just following those lines round. Now the great thing is if you don't squeeze your brush too much, you won't have too much fluid coming up in one go. So you actually want that to be just almost sort of more creamy than watery. Where that one was more watery, you can see the difference in there. And then you've got this one which has got more pigment in it because we've not put the water to the card. But I purposely wanted it like this because I want to get into all those small little pieces at the side, like so. Now what that's doing, this is allowing me to apply some light sauce. So we're going to just again put some little strokes here.
Yeah.
I know round where my flowers are, it's going to be darker. So we can just apply that. And don't worry if you go into your flowers because we can always faux bleach that out with water. So I'm just being really careful just to try and add that darker colour around the edges because we know that's where our shadow would be. So where your shadow is obviously where your darker colour is.
Yes. I can't get over the pigment.
Honestly, it's incredible, the pigment. So I'm going to be honest, I actually didn't, I know this sounds really silly because at Crafters Companion we only do really very good quality stuff, but I didn't expect these to be such high quality paints. And they absolutely are. When we talk about, you know, high end quality, when we talk about artist quality, you wouldn't normally get it in a little palette like this.
No.
You know, you would be thinking, you would sort of think they might be on the range where you'd buy for kids, but they're not.
And I think for the price point as well, because I know we don't like to call things cheap, but because it is on the cheaper side, you would think it's not as pigmented, but wow.
Absolutely. It's an amazing, professional quality at an affordable price. That's exactly what it is, yes. So once we've done that, now I've got my light source, so I know that my light is coming in the centre. So I'm going to now use this puddle of water that I've got beside me. So I'll just bring it here so we can see that a bit more.
Yeah.
Because I've put more water in there, what I'm going to do now is paint that middle section, but just in fact, I'm going to come here and just even wash it down even more, because what I don't want to do is to lose that light source. So we're just putting more water than colour into there.
Yeah.
And that's going to give the illusion of light coming in and just having that light and dark shade. And we're using still one colour. That's without putting another colour into there. So let's just have some more of this one, like so. So that's just filling in the gaps. And I love that. I love the fact that we can get that completely different look, but with the same colour. And this is just one colour we're using. So just like so. And then we can always go back in. So if we want to add a little bit more, so we want to add those little strokes back in just to blend a little bit more, we can absolutely do that. But that's going to give us a really good light source in the middle there.
That looks amazing, Debbie.
There you go, look at that. And when that starts to dry, you will get even more coming on there. And then if you want to then put some darker, so we can then go in and do our next bit, we can absolutely do that as well. So we can have a nice, really bright handle, like so. And it's just a case of having a steady hand. But if you haven't got a steady hand, please don't worry, because if you go out of the edges, you can always faux bleach and take away any paint that's gone around that side bit. Just take your time, enjoy it. It's mindful, it takes you away from your everyday stresses, and it really is something that we all need to do more often, isn't it? Just take ourselves away from everyday life and focus on just nothing but what we're doing in that moment.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that's what we're all doing here. For anybody new that is watching us over on Sky or Freesat, when we do watercolouring or any form of colouring on Crafters TV, our viewers in our community like to say a colour coma, and that is literally what we all do by watching this. Do you know what I'm just amazed at though? The fact that you've got that light source, the ombre effect.
Yeah, absolutely.
From watercolouring.
I know, you can absolutely get that. And I'm just going to go back in with that puddle there and just in the middle, because that will now give me another piece of light source just on that handle, like so. So it's incredible, isn't it? So we've got two different looks there. This one we did with wet on wet, so it looks more faded, so it's fading. This one we've actually created that light source in the middle. So there's so much you can do with these, but we're going to come back. When we come back, I'm going to show you on different cardstock, and also if we use it with one of our sparkle pens, because then we can make every single one of these paints into a sparkle paint.
And why would we not want a sparkly paint? Absolutely. Thank you, Debbie. A few quick comments for you. Again, a lot of hellos. Christine Mahoney is in the house. Hello to you, Christine. Stephanie Theodos is joining us as well. Good morning, Crafty Debbie, Brent, Jan, CTV, and Crafty Peeps from sunny Farmingdale. Hello to you. Stephen Ferguson is in with us as well. Hello to you, Stephen. He is watching over on YouTube. Now, Stephanie is saying, Debbie, absolutely love watching the close-up watercolouring with confidence. Great camera close-up too. There you go, Liam. You've got a shout out. And Cindy as well. These are so amazing. I love the handy small packaging. Honestly, it is brilliant. It is so compact, so portable, so friendly to take around with you. Absolutely brilliant product. Our brand new fan watercolour palette. Once again, details are up on the screen for you there. And again, you've got the QR code to scan. So today's price is £32.99. And if you are in Club Platinum, it's £26.39 for you. And then, of course, for our friends across the pond in the US watching on YouTube and Facebook, your price is $49.99. And then you've got your Platinum price there, $39.99. Right, whilst Debbie is getting ready and set up for another demo for you, I am going to go through our My Special Papers box, and this is the best of 2025. If you are new to us and you've never seen Crafters Companion or Crafters TV before, we do really, really fantastic paper pads here with special effects, and I'm going to show you these because if you are watching on Sky and Freesat, this is going to be new to you. The price for this is $59.99. 12 by 12 papers. You get in 144 sheets in here, and they are 160 GSMs, I believe. 160 GSMs. You're getting a lot of collections within here, so I'm going to walk you through everything best of 2025. So first of all, you are getting your ombre cardstock in there. This one is printed onto pearl paper. So here at Crafters Companion, we do our printing onto pearl paper, and you get that special sheen effect there. So in here, you get 12 pearlescent sheets of your ombre, and that is one of each design. But we don't just stop there. Next up, we have got, I'm going to call it our plain cardstock. It's not plain cardstock, but our usual card that we print onto. This one is your Stardust Celebrations, and this is definitely not plain. 24 sheets in here, 2 of each, and all of your sheets that come in your special papers box are single-sided. Who can print a firework onto cardstock? Crafters Companion can. So that is the next set of cardstock in that collection. Then we have this collection, which is called the Western Collection. 24 sheets in here, 2 of each of these ones. And this is really a fantastic, gorgeous Western design. You've got your plaids in there, you've got your patchwork in there. It gives you that sort of cowboy feeling that you want to feel. You've got loads of different patterns from your deep blues in there. We go to your mustard yellows. Just a really feel-good Western collection set of cardstock there. Then next up for you, we have our coastal collection. So if we've got any maritime friends joining us that are new, this will be a perfect one for you. If you live by the beach, if you love the beach, if you go on a lot of holidays, you've got all of your coastal and maritime items in here. You've got your shells on there, your lighthouses, you get 24 sheets in here. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous design for you there. We then also have, now hold on to your horses here, this is pearlized and foil cardstock. This is your amethyst marble pad. So you've got the flick of the gold foil, and then you've also got that pearlized cardstock. You get in 12 sheets of this, one of each of those, I believe. Yes, one of each. And you've got all of those colours through to your bright greens, your pinks that are in there, your purples. My word. So once again, you've got foil and you have pearlized cardstock on that one there. Now, you're thinking, Brent, but you can't have any more for that price. Oh, you just wait a second, because let me show you 12 sheets of ombre glitter cardstock. Yes, glitter cardstock. You can see it shining there. And this glitter does not come off onto the hand. It does not fall. It is all printed into there. You get 4 of each of these ones, in a total of 12 sheets. Look at that. Look at that absolute gorgeous deep colour and all of the glitter that is in there. Guess what? There's more. We've got more pearlized cardstock for you. This one is from our Gilded Age collection, and my word, don't you just want to be at that tea party? Because I know I do. God, bless you there, Debbie, my love. It's all the flowers on the Gilded Age, isn't it? But again, all of your pearlized cardstock there, 12 sheets in here, one of each that you have got. Oh, look at that one. Absolutely stunning. All of your teapots there, the gorgeous curtains and the florals in the background. And then, believe it or not, I've got 2 more collections to show you. This one is our distressed grunge, and you have got, is this pearlescent on here? This one's your foil that you've got here. Look at the foil running throughout that there. 12 sheets in here, and you get 1 of each design in there. Yours will come full. We have used quite a lot of this one in our studio, so you don't have to worry about that. And last but not least, we've got the envelope template one. This one is your more everyday cardstock. You've got lots of pretty florals on there. You've got your different stripes as well. Gorgeous sort of pastel colours that you can use in your everyday makes, but still absolutely gorgeous cardstock, just to top off the best of 2025 My Special Papers. So once again, that price for you there is £59.99 here in the UK, and you get 144 sheets. Your platinum price for you, £47.99, which, say that one again, Johnny, it's 34 pence a sheet if you are in platinum. 12 by 12, pearlescent and foil cardstock, unheard of. So yeah, £47.99 if you are platinum. And then the American pricing up on the screen for you there, $79.95. And then if you are in Club Platinum, it will be $63.96, which works out at about 44 cents per sheet of paper. Unbelievable. Here at Crafters Companion, we also have a weekly deal for you on Crafters TV. So this will be on for the week or until stocks last. And this one is, I believe it's 20% off saving. 20% off saving, this weekly deal.
This week's weekly deal is the Flower Press Showstopper Bundle. Transform fresh blooms into gorgeous art in minutes. Get the microwavable press, handmade papers, vintage jar stickers, matching stamps and rustic washi tape. Everything you need to create stunning botanicals, and for this week only, get a 20% saving. The weekly deal on Crafters TV.
There we go. So that is our weekly deal at Crafters TV on the microwavable flower press. A fantastic thing to have in your craft collection. So if you've seen that and think, oh, I want it, definitely scan the QR code when that pops back up on screen, head to the website and you will be able to find it on there. Now, this is a launch day here at Crafters TV and we are launching the brand new Flip Watercolour Palette, and I am joined in the studio with the gorgeous Debbie Fisher, and she is going to show us through another fantastic demo.
Yeah, definitely. And do you know what? I've been so impressed with using these paints that I am going to try something which I haven't tried, and I'm going to use it onto craft card, which I think it will work on. I've also just grabbed myself, as I've only got a little scrap of black card. I don't think it will work, but in my head I'm thinking it might work because the pigment is so rich.
I hope it does, you know, I was thinking I hope it.
So let's give it a go. Now, this is what we're really good for on Crafters TV because we like to try things. So I'm thinking, might need to try a deeper colour. So let's go with this colour at the bottom. So you can see I've not even used this colour. So, but it's a nice, deep, rich colour. So I'm going to start with it on the craft card straight away. Now, craft card is literally like packaging card. So craft board, like cardboard, anything like that. So I'm pretty sure the pigment will go onto here.
Oh, yes.
Look how bright that is. That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, in fact, where's the white card? Because I'm going to just show and see what that pigment is on the white, because that's blown my mind that it's come out so bright.
I mean, yes, you can tell the cardstock's obviously a deeper colour.
But
it's
look at that
not
pigment.
much at all, is there?
There's not much at all in that. Look at that.
My word.
That's amazing. Right, so this is the one that's going to really show. So let's see if it will work on the black. I feel like I need to hold my breath. Oh, it does. Okay, so not so vibrant. But I'm thinking,
it's there.
More paint. Look at that. Build it up. Yes, I think if we was to build that up with a bit more, that's ridiculous.
Put a bit of white watercolour.
Well, you could put white, I think, but do you know what? That is actually working. I mean, I didn't expect any colour. I'm just put a little bit of more water in it. And I think you could build that up. No, let me put that to the light. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. So I think if you was to let that dry, in fact, let's do it. Let's dry it. So we've got a heat tool because I think it will fade. I think the colour might fade on the black, but I'm actually impressed that you can see it on the black. That just shows you the pigment in it. It's almost gone like a yellowy red.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think once you go onto there, you could then go in with a white over the top because you've already put a filter almost on there. Look at that. It has actually worked.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Shall I show it to the front camera? We got
giving
that?
Halloween
There we go.
vibes.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. That just shows how pigmented it is. And then I'm just going to switch brushes to go in on the white, because I think if you was to put white over the top now, that would definitely... Oh, look, it's actually changing the colour.
Whoa.
It's bringing out that red and making it pink. I mean, excuse my awful flower, but it was really just to see if it... Johnny!
Johnny! That was harsh, Johnny.
That was mean, that was. He went, oh, it's a flower, is it? But look at that.
I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it, that you could do that? So that just shows you how pigmented they are. Right, now the other thing I want to show you is we've shown you how you can draw your palette. You're going to get that palette, you're going to get your book with you. What about if you wanted to create some backgrounds? Because a lot of people have a glass mat or they have a wipe away mat where they can create backgrounds on. Now, you can still use the same brush. So if we're still to use that same brush, I'll take that colour out so we can try some different colours. All you need to do, so let's take some of these darker blues. These blues are beautiful. So what you can actually do is slide your blues back in, so we can pop them there. Now I'm not going to use my palette on here, I'm going to use my glass mat, and the reason being is because I actually want to put some of these colours just onto my glass mat in different places.
Yes.
So we're just going to move some more of these. And if you want to, you can always then spritz afterwards and put some water on the top to make it a little bit more. So I'm just going to wash that one out again, and then we can put some different blues. So let's put this one here, which is quite a strong blue. So we'll just put a little bit around the edges.
Are you just using the brush that comes with the palette
Yes,
there? Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
And that's literally just twist and refill with a bit of water.
Yeah.
So easy to do, yeah.
I've got another one there. Let's move that in because we don't want that one. Yeah, really easy. The brush, I'll show you that in a little while. It's really easy to just pop down some colour. So we'll just pop that on there. And then we'll go in with another colour. I think we might use that beautiful green that we've got in here as well. So we'll add a little bit of green in between, like so. There we go. So what you could now do is we do what they call spritzers, so spritzer bottles, which just have water in them, or you could just flick some water and we could just spray that over the top. So that's just going to wet that down a little bit more. And then I'm going to take a piece of card and just place that over the top.
Yeah.
Like so. So that's going to pick up all those beautiful colours.
Oh, yeah.
And just create a really cool looking background, like so. Now, let's let that dry. It does look a little bit like the Northern Lights. Has anybody ever seen the Northern Lights? Because I haven't, and I would love to. I mean, they must be spectacular, mustn't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah, let us know in the comments if you have. I've seen the Southern Lights when I was going over to New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
That was unbelievable. Didn't even know they existed.
I've heard of them, but never really seen, because the Northern Lights are so popular, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. There's a couple of times they have been here in the UK, and like we've missed out on them, obviously if we've been asleep or anything like that. But there was one night on my cruising journey over to New Zealand, and we got a little notification come up on the Facebook group. So we all went up to top deck, and breathtaking. It was breathtaking.
Oh, I bet that was amazing.
It was lovely.
So nice when you get to do things like that. Imagine all the adventures. So for anyone that doesn't know, especially as we're on Sky now, our Brent is leaving us next week.
Oh, no.
He is travelling around Australia.
I am indeed.
So what are you hoping to discover?
That is a very good question. So if you are new here and you don't know me, I used to work on cruise ships over in Australia, New Zealand, South Pacific Islands. And then I came back to Crafters TV, it was last August now. So I've been back just over a year, yeah. And I need to move back over. I need to see the land, I want to experience it all. So I would like to find myself. No, I don't know. I just want to go and experience it and say that I've lived there.
Absolutely. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Right, now what I've done is I've dried that and I've put it through one of our embossing folders, which we showed you yesterday. So now, not only have we got this beautiful pattern, we've got the most amazing shimmer on there. And I was hoping that I could find one of our gilding waxes, but there's no gilding wax here, which is such a shame. They've seemed to have disappeared. That's so weird. But you can see now we've got a textured piece of cardstock, which looks absolutely amazing. But if you want to go in and do some more to that, we can take those same colours and then I can start. It's so handy to have a palette like this that we can literally just take our brush, just going to take that off, put some more. Let's take those blues, I think, and then we can go back in with those blues and then paint. I am just going to pop my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. We can now paint directly onto there. So actually we don't really need the gilding wax because, sorry Brent's gone hunting, but we will put some on to show it. Yeah, it just means that we can highlight where those flowers are and make them look really cool. Thank you, Brent, I really appreciate that.
There we go.
So you can start to see them pop in that little bit more. And then if you're at home and you maybe have some embossing, gilding wax, sorry, not embossing, you can always add some embossing wax to them, which we'll do now to show you. But there you go, that's making that flower now pop out of that page. You can continue to do that with all of those. But if you've got some gilding wax, I've got some here, it's just like you get them in sort of different colours. Pop a little bit on your finger like so, and then let's go to one of the flowers up here.
Oh, look at that.
So you can really then see where that's going to make that pop. Like so. You can also, we do an ink pad, like can't think of the word, metallic ink pad.
Yes.
You can also do that on there. We can pop some on that bit as well. There we go.
Oh, wow.
And look at that. So we've got that beautiful watercolour background with all that highly pigmented ink and then the amazing gilding wax on the top. Now, something else I want to show you. We do, and I'm not sure if we've got any in stock, Johnny. Have we got any clear sparkle pens? I know we had some, but if they've gone, apologies. But we do a sparkle pen, which I've got right here. The sparkle pen is a bit like your water brush. Oh, and we were going to show that as well, weren't we? So let's just open up this, because in fact we're nearly running out of water there. But you literally undo the chamber there, and then you pop your water into the top. So you have got some of these in the US. We haven't got them in the UK, apologies, but we've got them in the US. Fill this up with water, pop that back on. So as simple as that. So if you're on the go and you're in the car or at the caravan, you can literally, if you're going to the beach, you can take your water brush, put your water in it, and then it's ready to go for whenever you need it. Now this brush works a similar way, apart from you can't refill it. So it's got the same sort of chamber, but this is filled with sparkle ink, and the sparkle ink then will make all your palette sparkly. Now if I was to take this and put it directly into my pad, it's going to make my paints sparkly.
Yes.
So I would say don't do that, Brent. What I would say is squeeze some of this. This has little push sides. Squeeze some on the counter like this. You can't really see it, but I will show you once we start painting. Let's bring this one back in that we was doing earlier. We'll do a different colour, so let's bring some of the yellows in to complement that one. So we've got some yellows there. And we can still go in with this brush, because once you've sort of squeezed it and washed it, the sparkle will go. But let's say we want to add some of this yellow, with the green, lovely green, because I haven't washed it out.
Oopsies.
We can just take some of this sparkle, because I don't need it all, we'll do it with a different colour, and we can then start to use that to make it sparkly. So let's have some of these flowers nice and sparkly. And it's super easy to do, so you can see that pigment is amazing again, but this time we've got sparkle in it, which is beautiful.
Just as simple as that, isn't
it? It's so simple. Yeah. It's absolutely so simple. And the other way, if you want to add sparkle, you can literally just add some glue and then put some glitter on the top, which is going to look just as pretty. But you're going to get such vibrancy from these paints. I can't get over the pigment on them. I mean, just being able to do it on black card and craft card is insane.
Something else, yeah.
Yeah, and normally we would always tell you, unless they were specific paints to use with darker cardstock, we would never tell you to put watercolour paints onto black cardstock. Never. No. But the fact that you can do that, and I'm going to show you, oh, they're over there. I want to check that it hasn't faded, because sometimes it can look a bit washed out once it's completely dry, but it hasn't at all. So these are just beautiful.
I think that's so good that you can actually use that clear overlay alongside the watercolours as well.
Absolutely.
And it's not making it any more, I'm trying to think of the right terminology here, because it's adding more sort of liquid to the watercolour, it's not making it any more difficult or washed out or anything
Absolutely,
for you, is it not? No?
Absolutely. And then the other thing we can do as well is we can actually paint over the top of our watercolours. So if I want now my teapot to be sparkly, I can then just paint around there as well. And the sparkle you get is amazing. So it means that all of your watercolours can now be sparkle paints. And how nice would that be Christmas when you're doing your Christmas makes and your stamps?
Oh,
and
yes.
it's just one of those amazing mediums that you can just add on top of anything. You can add the sparkle pen on top of your alcohol pens, your watercolours. But if I add this to the light so you can pick that sparkle up, there we go. Oh, there we go. Look, can you see that sparkle?
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh.
So, and then that's really bringing out those highlights in the centre as well, isn't it?
Imagine a nice sparkly purple teapot with the Gilded
yes.
Age pearlescent cardstock.
Of course, yeah, absolutely, which is incredible. Right, so let's just go over the actual designs and see exactly what's in this palette. So, because the one thing I haven't used a lot of, and that is, let me just wash my brush out. I haven't used a lot of the actual this bit here, because what this is actually for, so your whole thing is completely compacted. This is if you've got too much water on your brush. So when you come to doing your paint, you might find you've got too much water, so you can dab this onto here.
Yeah.
And that will just take any excess. You know, sometimes we have a tissue at the side of us. Let me find a tissue. So you would have your water, you'd dip it in your water, or you'd squeeze some water out, and then you just run it on your tissue to then go into your paint, so you're not saturating your paint.
Yes.
That is now what this is for. And I'm just trying the longevity of not using this by using my tissue at the side of me because I can. But actually, when you're on the go, and the reason this is a compactable size is because you can take this on the go with you. And if you want to, you can always, so we can saturate that with water to give that a clean, take some paper, dab this up, and there we go, look. Takes it off. So if you want to clean it, you can absolutely do that. You just add more water. I mean, I've got a dirty brush so you can see. But once you've got water on there, just dab that with some tissue, and that will just take all that colour out. Now, if it's a strong pigment, you might find it might dye it a little bit, but that's not going to matter. So come and try that one, Brent. Come and bring that one over and we'll give that one a go. Yeah, absolutely. So they just stick inside. You can sort of manoeuvre them about. I'm hoping I think you could, but you then need to re-stick them, wouldn't you, at the side? Yeah. So you have got one that's a little bit...
yeah, I did try and give it a clean.
Use a bigger brush.
I just didn't have any paper towel over there.
So we're just going to pop lots of water onto it to start with, because what that's going to do is allow me to soak that all up, so you can sort of see that we'll be able to, there we go, it's starting to really bring that up.
Clean, isn't it?
Yeah, it's starting to really bring that up. So once that dries, that will get much better. So you can clean it, but actually, once you've done that and no more ink is coming off, then you'll be able to just reuse it and it's absolutely fine. So there you go.
Look at that.
Much cleaner.
It is.
So the more you sort of wet it and then take that off, you can take that apart. So that's your one.
Fabulous.
And then your brush, what I love about it is the fact that it is refillable with water. You've got that piece in the side that you can put in there. It's literally a flip palette, so you can bring all those colours out. And just in case, I don't think I've mentioned it in this hour, as these are still a bit wet, doesn't matter, just slide them back in, they will dry, they're not going to be sticky, they don't touch each other, they're not going to mix, and they will just dry until they're next used. You can also spritz them if you want with water, so if you want them more wet, you can absolutely do that. But it's an absolutely fabulous palette, and when you can paint things like the books that we've got, and we've got all the different mediums, look, you can still see all of those completely dry, and you've got them on there. They just look absolutely amazing. But I really love this palette. I think it's just such a handy addition to our family.
No, it really is. Debbie, I've got two questions from our lovely viewers over on YouTube. So I think this one, you might have to correct us if I am wrong. Just asking if the technique that you did, you could use it with the watercolour pencils as well. So I'm assuming pop some water down first, and then you know when you pop the water down, and then did the wet on wet. Can you do that with watercolour pencils?
No.
No.
No. So just Colour pencils, if you put your nib into water, the wood around it is going to soak that up and ruin your wood. Okay. So you don't want to do that. No, the other way you can do it, you can shave a little bit off and drop it in the water.
Yeah,
so use a craft knife and just shave little pieces off which will fall into the water and they will sprinkle. It'll look like a confetti technique.
Lovely. Oh, well, perfect. Thank you. And Christine Mahoney asking if this is on watercolour paper, and yes, it is, because that book that comes with your Flip Watercolour Palette, all of the sheets in there, they are all watercolour cardstock. So you can literally paint straight onto them with your Flip Watercolour Palette. We were asking if anybody had seen the Northern Lights as well. So just before we see some final bits of inspiration before we finish up the show, lots of people have seen the Northern Lights. Carol Garwood Beard, in fact, many, many times, love the Northern Lights. They are gorgeous. And Cindy Condi is off to see them in Alaska in March. Oh, very, very exciting.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. Let's have a look at some of the inspiration from the watercolour palette.
Absolutely. Let me show some of those samples again in case you've not long joined us. But these watercolour palettes, all the samples that we're seeing here are from the little booklet that you're getting included in that price today. So it's absolutely stunning. And if you did want another one of these books, make sure you do grab one because you want to get extra ones of it, which is amazing. I love this door. I don't know why, but it reminds me when you think about fairies at the bottom of your garden.
Yeah.
It's like that little bottom door, like into the secret garden, isn't it? I absolutely love that. The butterfly one I think is going to be hugely popular. We all love painting butterflies, don't we? They're super easy to do, but this image is just absolutely gorgeous. And this one's lovely as well, Brent. I'm thinking if you painted your flowers either white for a Christmas rose or red, like poinsettias, this would be a nice Christmas card, wouldn't it? So you could do that in Christmas designs. Looks absolutely gorgeous. So I think the versatility of all the different designs that you're getting in there look amazing. And I love the swans. They're always so popular. When we did our collection with that swan, this one's going to go really well with that. So whatever you're colouring in, whichever one of those pages that you're colouring in, there's 24 pages in total. You're going to have just a fun time using that watercolour palette.
What an absolutely cracking launch day that we've had there. Thank you very much for all of the demos and all of the tips there, Debbie. So our brand new Flip Watercolour Palette two-piece collection, as you can see up on the screen. There are your details. The usual price is £34.98, but it is today for £32.99. If you are part of our club, which is Club Platinum, then that is £26.39. But if you are brand new with us here today, scan this QR code just down the bottom here. That'll take you to the website. You can sign up to Club Platinum there, and it will give you all of your discounts and your tiers. For our friends across the pond in the US, here is your details up on the screen. Today's price, $49.99, and if you are Club Platinum, that it will be $39.99 for you. Up next for you, we have got a rerun of a Pick of the Week show. This is from Monday, and it is with our Life is Sweet collection. So do stick around for that. We will be back live at 4, and that will be a masterclass on our giftable make. So definitely do come and join us for that. And again, if you are new, send us a message to the email that we showed you earlier. Head to our Facebook and YouTube channel and let us know if you've enjoyed watching this show. We'll be back live in an hour's time. We will see you then.